actually spoke in this video yet. I've been filming clips for this video for the past couple of days, but I haven't actually spoke to you, so hello. We're back with another vlog. This is going to be reading romance for a week. You've probably seen in the clips that I've been ordering a couple romance books, and I also started reading Happy Place by Emily Henry, which I have in my hands right now. This is the Asda Tickled Pink edition, so it has pink sprayed edges, which are gorgeous. But yeah, so Happy Place update. First of all, if you don't know, Happy Place is Emily Henry's newest release, and it is about a friend group and Harriet and Wyn, who were engaged, and they're both in the same friendship group, and then they broke up and they didn't tell anybody, but they're still like going back on this holiday which they do every year with the friend group, and they just can't bring themselves to tell them that they've actually broke up, so they're like pretending to still be in a relationship. But I'm currently on page 160 of this book, which is about 40% in, and it's okay. So I read first I read You and Me on Vacation by Emily Henry, and I DNF'd it. I just couldn't get through it. I don't know why. I just didn't vibe with it. And then I read Beach Read, and I thought Beach Read was quite good. I think I gave it like 3.5 or 4 stars. And I've only heard good things about Happy Place. And then the first chapter like introduced like 1,000 characters in 5 pages, and it was so overwhelming, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get through this book. Like I just couldn't handle it. I was really overwhelmed. I couldn't picture anybody. Like there was just so much going on. But as I've got further in, like I'm getting more and more invested in the story, and it's dual timeline. So there's like now when Harriet and Wyn are not together, and then in the past when they were like getting together, and like when they were together. And I feel like the dual timeline kind of takes me out of it a bit, like because the story isn't going very fast because we're constantly switching timelines. But I am enjoying it. I feel like I'm enjoying it more than I was enjoying Beach Read at this point, which is a good sign. Yeah, I don't have many thoughts. It's just like a classic romance. I'm just gonna keep reading it, and I'll update you when I'm further in and I have more thoughts. Hello everyone. I'm currently on page 274 of Happy Place, and so I only have like just over 100 pages left, and I have some thoughts. I literally had to write them down because I keep forgetting my thoughts about this book. But so basically this is really like, I literally made a list, but I just had to get these things out. So first of all, so this is obviously technically my 3rd book by Emily Henry, but I only finished Beach Read. And I just have found with this one that I don't know if it's supposed to be like a romance, or I don't know what the genre actually is, but this book is really like quite depressing. Like I've never read a romance. Let me double check that it is classed as a romance on Goodreads. Yeah, romance contemporary. Okay. I've never read a romance that is so depressing. Like it just has this undertone of melancholy, and like obviously because Wyn and Harriet were together and now they're not, like in the present timeline they are not together, so it's obviously not going to be happy in the present timeline. But like even the past timeline like is just not happy, like, and it's called Happy Place. This is not a happy place for me. This is a hashtag depressing place. It's also just really frustrating because, oh my god, it just started raining really hard. Okay, because So you think that Harriet and Wyn are finally going to communicate with each other, and they're finally going to talk about their breakup, and they're finally going to talk about how they actually feel. And there's been so many points where they've almost got to this place, or they've almost got to this conversation, and then they just don't. And like, there's been so many times where they've almost like realised that they want to get back together, and then they just don't. Like, it's just so frustrating right now. And that's why, like, I can't tell if I'm enjoying this book, because I'm just depressed while reading it. Like, I am getting through it, and like, I want to get to the end because I want to know how it ends and if it does get happier. But like, right now, like, I'm just reading it and I'm like sad. Like, there's literally, in the present timeline, there's like a wedding about to happen. Like, it's a big build up to a wedding, and it's supposed to be happy. Like, they're on holiday, but I'm just not. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, maybe that's the point. If that's the point, and like that, if that's what she's trying to do, then that's incredible. Like, she's doing it. But I just don't know if that is what she's supposed to be doing. But yeah, I am gonna finish it today, like, without a doubt. But I just don't know if I'm supposed to be depressed. We'll see if the ending, like, gets happier. Okay, so I finished Happy Place, and I have to say, all the depressing stuff actually sort of made for a great ending. Like, by the end, you were just so happy for the characters. You were so happy for their friendship group, and like, every single character in the friendship group felt like they had their own conclusion, and like, the way it left off just kind of left for like a really good way to imagine how everyone is now spending their lives. It was really good, actually. And yeah, like I said, it was depressing and frustrating, but the end really made up for it. And it was a fast read. Like, I was really invested in all the characters and stuff. So I actually think I'm going to give this 4 stars. And yeah, I definitely want to read Book Lovers by Emily Henry now, and I do want to give You and Me on Vacation another go, because it might just be like this one where like, it's frustrating but the end is worth it. So yeah, I'm becoming a bit of a fan of Emily Henry, I won't lie. Now, you might have seen in like the other clips earlier that I accidentally ordered 5 romance books. It was just Amazon Prime Day, and so I just kind of went a bit overboard. So I think I'm going to pick up one of these for my next read. I am debating between Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez and The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. I'm leaning more towards The Love Wager because I just read Mr. Wrong Number. If you watched my last video, you'd know. And I read it in a 3-hour sitting, like just 3 hours straight, and I just loved it. I was obsessed. The writing was so like funny and easy to read, and I loved all the characters, and yeah, so I feel like this one will be good too. And it's only 289 pages, so I feel like I can just fly through this. Also, Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I've just been hearing great things about Abby Jimenez recently. This one is a bit longer, it's 372 pages, but I still feel like this one will be quite a fast read. But I think I'll start with The Love Wager, and then depending on how long it takes me to read this one, I'll probably pick up Part of Your World as well. The Love Wager says it's a cute friends to lovers romance. It's about a girl called Hallie who matches with a guy called Jack, who she's already met before, and they did not like each other, but then they join up to basically wing woman or wingman one another. They be each other's fake date for a wedding, and then I guess fall for each other. So it's friends to lovers, fake dating. It sounds really good. Very short book. I loved Lynn Painter in Mr. Wrong Number, so let's just go for it.
From far away she looks so good. Grew up in the same neighborhood, and That's how to rub salt in the wound.
Okay, so I'm on page 54 of The Love Wager. So I thought I'd give my initial updates. First of all, on Goodreads it says that this is Mr. Wrong Number book 2. So I don't know if it's part of a series, and like I don't know if we're gonna get like a cameo from any of the characters from Mr. Wrong Number, but I really hope that we do. But so I thought that the characters Hallie and Jack they met and then they didn't like each other, and then they were like angry that they'd matched on this dating app, but that is not how it happened at all. Basically, in the first chapter, so this is not a spoiler, they meet at a wedding. She's the bartender. They end up having a one-night stand, and then they match on a dating app like a week later and become friends basically and form a friendship. And they have just made the wager basically, and now I guess we're gonna see like a friendship properly forming between them, and see how this deal plays out. It's really, really good so far. It was just as easy to get into as Mr. Wrong Number. Like, Lynn Painter's writing is so, so good. It's funny, it's easy, it's fast. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far, and I can't wait to just carry on. Like, I really feel like I could read this in 1 or 2 days, so I'm just gonna carry on. I'm really dumb. So I haven't read any more of The Love Wager, but I was just thinking about it this morning. You remember how I said, oh, I wonder if there's any cameos of the other characters in this book? This book, I'm so dumb. The main male character, Jack, is literally Olivia's brother, and the wedding that they were at is of the 2 main characters in Mr. Wrong Number, and that's literally in the first chapter. Like, I'm so dumb. I don't know why I'm such an idiot and I didn't realise, but yeah, this is very much a sequel to Mr. Wrong Number. I'm so dumb. I finished The Love Wager. I literally read it again, just like Mr. Wrong Number, in like a few hours. I love Lynn Painter. She's very quickly become like a favourite author of mine. Yeah, this book was obviously about Jack, who is Olivia's brother from Mr. Wrong Number. I don't know how I didn't realise that sooner. But yeah, this was a really, really cute friends to lovers fake dating romance. Basically, Jack and Hallie go on this trip to Hallie's sister's wedding, and they pretend to be boyfriend and girlfriend while they're there, and it's just really, really cute. A very fast read, very light-hearted. I love this book. 5 stars definitely. I have also just ordered The Do-Over by Lynn Painter and downloaded on my Kindle Accidentally Amy by her too. So I was debating whether to read Accidentally Amy on my Kindle for this video, but I feel like one Lynn Painter is enough for one video. Like, I feel like I need to read different authors, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to pick up Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. This says it's about a surgeon or a doctor called Alexis, and this guy called Daniel, and it basically just says bringing Daniel into her world is impossible, but she can't give up the joy she's found with him either. With so many differences between them, how can Alexis possibly choose between her world and his? I don't really want to read too much about it. I just kind of want to go into it blindly. So this is the book that I'm going to pick up next.
Spend a few hours on the reservoir. Never broke a bone, so I'm gonna try hard to prove you wrong, that I'm not who I used to